Welcome back to Pillar Sports. I'm your host with the most, Manny, and today we are going to be looking at the preview for the season opener, the curtain opener of the Premier League in Manchester United hosting Fulham at Old Trafford, the home, the theatre of dreams. It's going to be a beautiful game. I'm finally excited that the Premier League is back and I'm going to watch football. This is exciting to me. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm finally having the complete part of my day. So it is Manchester United versus Fulham. It is Eric Ten Hag versus Marco Silva. It is survival of the fittest, like Eric Ten Hag said. But the start of the Premier League, I'm going to start by talking about Fulham. I'm going to give you guys the people they have signed that I think are definitely worth looking at. I'm going to give you how they play. I'm going to also give you who I think is going to be their starting lineup. And we'll go from there and then we'll absolutely go into the United part of things, of course. But Fulham are absolutely known for their crosses. Fulham are absolutely known for their build up through the flanks into the 18, the 6 yard box for their target man as a striker. Before it was Mitrovic, now is Muniz. So Marco Silva is quite brilliant at having a really good fast build up in terms of the way they play. They are looking at the flanks with the likes of Robinson on the left hand side, with the likes of Tete on the right. It's going to be a fast, really fast build up. So Manchester United have to be really worried about that situation. The transitional defense for Manchester United has to be spot on. And I'm very excited to talk about the transitional defense for Manchester United because of some new signings that absolutely came in not too long ago. So, how does Fulham absolutely play? Fulham plays in a way where they have when they get the ball in their half, there is a quick transition where they kick the ball on top over the press to their center forward. The center forward holds the ball, draws people in the game, and then they start building in a way that it gets to the flanks because their flanks are absolutely where they kill teams with. The flanks, they use all those opportunities, those fast, creative wingers in Iwobi and fast as Traore to basically break down teams. And the crosses are very accurate. Last season was the likes of Wilson. This season would be the likes of Smith Rowe. It is truly going to be a masterpiece for Marco Silva if he wants to win this game. But the truth about it is they have had a lot of success last season, especially with this style of play. They also play the deep cross. The deep cross is when you basically put it in the back of the 18-yard box. Sorry, not the back of the 18-yard box, but the back post. So with the striker arriving late, he's going to be at the back post. That is also one of the key things that Marco Silva likes to do. So he usually uses a left-footed player to do this, where he floats it right above the center back's heads to the back post. And that back post is where a lot of teams got punished last season. With them in possession, you are looking at them building through the flanks, like I mentioned. So that is them in possession. Fulham also have not the greatest transitional defense, especially with the likes of Paulinia leaving to Bayern Munich and Tosin leaving to Chelsea. Those were the two guys that were big time when it comes to them defending their transitions. But what we are looking at now is a situation where they haven't brought the same type of player to defend when it comes to them losing the ball like Paulinia did. And I have to say this. When Marco Silva was in Everton, had a really good start. But the moment he lost Idrissa Gana Gueye to PSG, you could see the drop off, especially when Everton did not replace Gay. There was a huge drop off because he needs someone that would absolutely mop up loose balls, that would go in for a tackle and things like that. So in this sense, what Fulham play is they once they lose the ball in their final third where they are attacking, there is an immediately they go on a high press. They pressed last season, they pressed with Wilson. So he started the aggressive press. But they go in the high press where they go man to man in that situation. However, the moment you beat them and the opposition are in the middle of the block, what they do is that they drop in. So it's not like the midfield steps up too. They drop in back into position where they play a mid block. And then finally, if you beat that, they go into a low block when the opposition is in their final third. That's usually how they do in these situations to stop the counter attack or to stop a transitional attack transitional from the opponents. This is how they basically work their defense. Now, I do not want to go into crazy details about what Fulham do in terms of how the style of play or their patterns of play or how they like to attack different teams. But what I want to do right now is to give you the lineup that I think will be my predicted lineup for Marco Silva to start the game against Manchester United. Of course, Leno in goal, I think is a no-brainer. And then we have Tete on the right hand side with Diop to be the right centre back, Bassi the left centre back, and Robinson will be the left back. Robinson, of course, we know how good he is in bombing forward, so that is the flank that they are going to use to try and penetrate Manchester United. In the midfield, you're going to have Lukic, Pereira, and Smith Rowe, their new signing. It is amazing because Smith Rowe in that number 10 position in between spaces is totally dangerous. And this is where Smith Rowe can absolutely blend and kill a lot of teams. In the forward line, I think it's going to be Traore, Nunes, and Iwobi. Iwobi was one of their most creative guys last season. However, this is going to be a new season. I hope he's not as creative for against Manchester United. But what can I say? We can only hope and play against them. So this is going to be my opinion. This would be the starting lineup for Fulham. All right. So we're going into Manchester United. Of course, Manchester United are hosting Fulham at the Old Trafford. This is where Eric Ten Hag's redemption arc has to start. It's where his redemption arc has to start. Manchester United have bought four players in this window with the likes of Joshua Xerxes, Lenny Yoro, who is currently injured unfortunately, Matthias De Ligt, and Nasu Mazraoui. These are very good important players that not only get the first 11 to be better, they absolutely improve us in depth. They improve us in the strength of depth. And this is why I want to speak on this situation. Of course, we know Lenny Yoro is injured and he will be out for 3 months. And of course, Rasmus Højlund is out for about 6 weeks when he got the injury. So I think it's going to be about 4 weeks now. However, this is going to be this is what the truth about it is. I could not settle on one formation. I saw Eric Ten Hag do magic at the Wembley Stadium twice against Manchester City in the FA Cup final and in the Community Shield. Now we did not win the Community Shield, but the way we play and our expected goals in that game showed me the magic of this tactic. The tactic was playing a 4-2-4. Now, people understand this tactic to be really defensive. However, I think this is a tactic that Eric Ten Hag has fallen into in terms of the players, especially when we have injuries to key players. Rasmus Højlund is one player that dictates whether we play this 4-2-4 or not. With Rasmus Højlund in the team, we go back to the 4-2-3-1. In my opinion, that is Ten Hag's best formation. However, I think this 4-2-4 is a good formation in the sense that there are a lot of patterns. There's a lot of success that we have seen in the limited time it has been played, but most especially, there is no pressure in having Joshua Xerxes come into the game ASAP. Now, the beauty of it too is the 4-2-4 formation is a formation that would basically work perfectly for Joshua Xerxes. Instead of having Mason Mount there, you have Xerxes. It's a beautiful setup for Joshua Xerxes, being that he's a 9.5. Being that he's a 9.5, it would be Christmas for him, big time. But with that said, without further ado, I'm going to be doing my starting lineup in the 4-4-2-4 formation first, and then I will give you my lineup in the 4-2-3-1 formation. So hope you guys are still watching. Let's go. In goal, I think this is a no-brainer. It's going to be Andre Onana. In the left back position for the 4-2-4 situation is going to be Martinez. We're going to have Maguire as the left center back position. Matthias de Ligt, who is our first signing, will go directly into the team. Matthias de Ligt will start, in my opinion, tomorrow. I think he's fit. And watching all the training videos, beautiful. In the right hand side, I'm going to go with Diego Dalot. Of course, he's the mainstay. To me, he's the best player of last season. Of course, we gave it to someone else. However, in my opinion, most consistent last season. We go into the midfield. I'm thinking of it. Of course, it's a 4-2-4, so it's going to be a double pivot of Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro. And then in the remaining four, we are going to go with Garnacho on the left hand side. I think he has to start. After coming back from the Copa America, he was raring to go and he scored. We saw the impact he did against Manchester City in the Community Shield. On the right hand side, I'm always going to go with Amad Diallo right now based on what he did in the preseason and the end of last season. He is ready to start. His technicality, his ability to take people on the run, his ability to go to the bar line, cut back, his ability to cut in and shoot. This is perfect for him. He is a creative winger that we absolutely need in this team. And to lead the line, we are absolutely going to go with Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes, the new contract having Bruno Fernandes. He is going to be revitalized. He has had a break. He's going to come back with a bang today. I'm excited. Make sure you guys are following us if you haven't, because I'm going to be giving you guys the next one. If you do not want to miss anything, hit that subscribe button. So, for the next formation, I think if Eric Ten Hag wants to go to the status quo or something that he has done or his most preferred formation, that's where you will see the 4-2-3-1 come out. And in the 4-2-3-1 come out, this is going to be my lineup. It is going to be Andre Onana, Martinez, and De Ligt in as the center back. The left back, though, is going to be Diego Dalot. He's so capable of playing that. He can come inversely. He can go down the line. He's ambidextrous, so he can play with his left or his right. Delo is honestly such a value for what we bought him for. It's just crazy. And then on the right hand side, we go with Mazarawi, who is a new signing too. However, I truly believe that this is how Eric Ten Hag will facilitate any injuries on that left back side. And then in the middle is of course going to be a double pivot of Maino and Casemiro with Bruno right in front of them. I think this is a no-brainer. If we get in Ugarte or Sanderberg, that's a different topic. But for right now, to face Fulham, I think this is the best midfield that we can put out right now. And of course, on the left hand side, we are going to go with Garnacho. On the right, we are going to go with Amad Diallo. And in the middle, we are going to go with Rashford. Why did I say Rashford in the middle? Because the two wingers right now are undroppable. You cannot drop Garnacho. He's ready. He started well. I think there's a form already building. Amad Diallo, I don't even think I need to make a case for Amad Diallo. I think Amad Diallo absolutely is going to be a starter. He should start. If Eric Ten Hag doesn't start Amad Diallo, this is not a good omen whatsoever for our team. And for Marcus Rashford, in playing the front, I know he doesn't love to play to lead the line because he can't run in the channels. He doesn't touch the ball often. He drifts from the game because he's not in the play as much. However, I think he needs to play there just for us to get Xerxes introduced slowly into the Premier League and not just throw him into the Lions' den. These are the two formations that I think Manchester United are going to use. If you think either or is going to be the formation Eric Ten Hag uses, hit that like button, comment down below what formation you want to use, and we are going to absolutely go through it. But before we go, every time we do a preview, we are going to be giving you guys my predictions. And if you guys want to also hit that like button, comment down below what your predictions are. My predictions for Manchester United versus Fulham is going to be 3-1. I think Manchester United are going to kind of be ironing some nicks in their defense, but I think the attack is going to be raring to go. That we score 3 goals with one responded. Let me know what you think about this. Of course, hit that like button, hit that comment down below, hit that subscribe button. From me to you, I am excited for the start of the Premier League. Peace.